And we are live. Welcome to the stream, guys. Today we're talking about is Marvel in Shambles or is Shambles in Marvel. What's happening at the MCU latest variety article, as you can see in the thumbnail. I tried to put it in the stream. It didn't work out. I'll figure it out later. But guys, can you hear me? I think I was lost.
Nona was saying Marvel is in a very good condition. It's the best ever
It
since Endgame,
is.
which which isn't saying a lot.
So, what do you guys think about all the news that came out?
I don't know.
Was
Matlab,
it?
seems like a big. I don't know. Matlab, it seems very confused. I know they're trying to get Robert Downey Jr. back and all that stuff. Uh,
Yep.
I mean, you really need to craft better narratives. I feel. I don't think nostalgia bait is the answer anymore. I mean,
We'll come
it
to
will work.
those details. So we
Should
have
we go
five
by
things. Yeah. So first, let's talk about the Marvels, which is coming, I think, in what, 6 days.
yeah.
So let's talk about that one first. So the news is that they had a first-time public screening in Texas, and it got middling reviews in the test screening. And while it was still in post-production, the director moved away to start working on a next film. A source says if you are directing a 250 million movie, it's kind of weird for the director to leave with few months to go. And I think a rumor came out that the budget of this film is only $90 million, and then the news came out it's just 1 hour 45 minutes, and then the news came out that no, the budget is actually 250. I think now including the marketing cost, everything, and because of the actors are on strike, so they cannot even promote the film. So a lot going on with this film. So what do you guys think about this news first?
Who should go first? Hanneet, you wanna go first?
Yeah, why not?
Uh,
So, like, I actually forgot that this movie was coming in 6 days until you remind me just you right now. Other than that, like,
Bring the mic
this
closer.
movie just am I audible now?
no, your Spotify.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
so
sorry.
like maybe this is because of the actor strike. We are not seeing any interviews or marketing of this movie as it should have been, or it as it usually is with a lot of these movies. Wait, give me a second. This mic is not working.
I can
Yeah.
hear you.
So, like, this is a very confusing time for Marvel itself. Like the Marvels movie, maybe they are not pushing it too hard because of all the negative reviews they might attract because of everything that has been going on. Like first the writers strike, now the actors strike. So maybe they are not pushing it too hard because Marvel is known for like what all of their marketing that they do for their movies and all. So this plus the fact that the movie is like 1.5 hours more or less, and given the fact that we have received mediocre and less than mediocre content from Marvel in the recent past, nobody I talk to is that excited about the movie. Even the people who follow Marvel are not aware that movies when is the movie coming and like what is going to be in the movie.
Did Nona leave?
I'll leave.
Did Nona leave? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'll continue then.
Yeah.
So the other thing I also saw that like this movie is very confusing to begin with because of the fact that in every other aspect of Marvel currently they are going with the multiverse, and then they want to show a movie based on the three female leads, but they also want to bring in the fact that yes, still there is a multiverse going on in the background, and there is something called as incursions going around, but they can't fit all that in 1.5 hour movie. So I don't know what is going on right now. Plus, daily on a daily basis, we get a new kind of news from Marvel, which is kind of a gut punch in itself. Because like, if they're going with Robert Downey Jr., bringing him back is, I don't think is a confident move to begin with. It might be a smart move economically, commercially, but I don't know it's if it helps us build confidence in Marvel. They said that they will be focusing on the content and the quality of the content rather than quantity. So uh, quality does not mean just monetizing our nostalgia and bringing our previous actors back. Uh, Other than that, then the news about Kang, Jonathan Major being ruled out of Secret Wars, other news that we'll talk about. So all that is a lot of confusion in itself. So the focus from the movie has shifted, and there was no marketing to begin with. So that is why I
Right.
think the movie might not do as well as well as it could have done if there was not a lot of rumors and news going around. But we'll have to see when the movie comes up. There is a minimum threshold that Marvel movies will always cross, even if the whatever the environment is around, because like it's a kind of a family movie to people, for people to go to. Apart from the people who follow Marvel, this is like a weekend getaway for people who don't even follow Marvel, people who like maybe the actresses who are in this, people who are just general audience that want to watch the movie. There is a minimum threshold that this movie will cross. I don't
Hmm.
want to point out numbers, but yeah, this movie is not going to break any records. That's what.
I feel there are two ways this movie can go. Either this movie bombs, or either this movie is really good. You know,
Hmm.
because hi Shrikesh, the topic is Marvel um in ruins. So basically, is Marvel in shambles?
Yeah.
So that's what we are talking about. And currently, right now, we are talking about how there is no promotion regarding the Marvels as a film, right? And what might, what implications that might hold. मतलब क्या हो सकता है, क्या नहीं हो सकता है. Due to that,
Yeah.
I feel, you know, I don't know, because Marvel, whenever it has hyped things up, right, sometimes it has fallen short of the expectations it has set. We have
Yeah.
seen that with Multiverse of Madness. We have seen that with multiple projects. Maybe they are not
Yeah.
trying to set expectations high and actually let the audience decide. It may sound like I'm defending Marvel, but right now, that might, I feel like that might be a clever move, you know, to just to just let it to just let it flow, without
Yeah.
interfering too much.
Yeah.
And again, on the flip side, it might be very bad, um,
Yeah.
because it might be very bad because there is no marketing around it. If you have a 1 hour 45-minute film, it's usually shorter than your average feature film, and your
Exactly.
average Marvel film too. So that's also a scary thing, or it might just be, and it might imply the fact that there have been multiple cuts because of the fact
Hmm.
that many segments weren't being added to the story. Also, Nia DaCosta, who is directing the film, has left the film towards the end. Like she has moved on to another project. But
Hmm.
again, that is very normal also, because directors handle multiple projects and they are signing multiple things.
Yeah.
Nobody's nobody's a sitting duck in the industry, especially after the writer strikes. Because people need to earn after such a huge
Yeah.
stalemate. So
Yeah.
you never know. We can only say when the movie releases. I hope it's a good
Plus,
movie.
the fact that when the lead actor of a movie comes and rumors start getting around that she is going to leave the franchise itself, that's not a
Yeah.
confident move to begin with. That doesn't instill any kind of confidence. Oh,
Hi,
Nolan is here.
hello,
Hi, Nolan. Nolan.
Hey,
hello.
So before we move forward, we'll take some of the comments right. So Srikesh, what's the topic? So we are talking about is Marvel in Shambles. We started with the Marvel's movie. What are our thoughts about it? It's coming in less than a week now. Tanmay, looking forward to Rebel Moon. Yes, yes, we are. We are also looking for Rebel Moon. Echo trailer dropped now. Did you see? We all saw it. We had a light discussion on it. We'll talk about it in detail also. This is one of the things we can hope to look forward to. Shrikesh, I feel like Marvel is promoting, but people are no more caring. Yeah, you can say that. Uh,
There is a
there are a
collective
lot of factors to it. Yes, but yes.
there is a collective apathy which has set in
Yeah,
with superhero movies, because superhero movies to be successful have to be very exceptional nowadays, like across
yeah,
the Spider Verse or even the
exactly.
Spider-Man game which came out. It wouldn't have been
Yeah,
a success if it really did not have a good story, because word of mouth is very powerful nowadays, especially
yeah.
with social media, right? So no,
See,
everybody
with
wants to
all everything going on around in the world, also, right? There's not a lot of empathy right now about everything. People and to care about movies at a time like this takes a lot of a more heart than we currently have. So, uh, Tanmay says superhero fatigue now. No one is interested seeing same things again and again.
exactly.
Yeah, as Rohit right said, right. So we need something extraordinary to make us interested in something like that. So yeah,
Batman,
I
your
totally agree.
opinions. Batman, as you look from Wayne Tower, seeing the city of Marvel crumbling, what are your thoughts?
So we started with the Marvels movie, Nolan. What are your thoughts on the upcoming Marvels movie? It's coming in less than a
Uh,
week now.
yeah, I didn't even realize it was coming in less than a week. I'd
Yeah,
completely
that
forgotten
was
about it.
our first thought as well towards it. Yeah, please.
I mean, I
We
was
are going,
waiting
no,
for the.
Batman. We are going, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He left. He left. He
He
just
joined
wanted to
just to
know
ask
that, and he
that.
left. Go on. Go on.
I mean, I was waiting for the Craven movie, and it just
Hmm.
disappeared from the lineup. Like Inox was
Hmm.
still saying releasing on 6th October. 6th October came
Hmm.
and went. It's November now, and there's no news about it.
I mean, I'm not really craving for it. I'm not really craving for some Craven. I mean, and we really got a good version of Craven in the latest game, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
That's not accessible to a lot of people. I don't think a lot of people would
you know
watch
there
the
are there are there
storyline
are
on YouTube.
yeah, yeah. Watch the YouTube one. Okay. It wasn't accessible to me a
I
month. It
I
wasn't
might just
accessible.
come to your home and play the whole game to access the story, but
It has
that's not
it has
accessible to
been
everybody.
it has been accessible to me through a 12-month EMI. Okay.
Even I bought the
No,
PS5 just
no
to play the
personal talks,
game.
please. No personal, economical, or financial talks, please. People think we have a lot of money. Let them be in their delulu.
No, no, we are one of the masses. We are your massy audience.
You
We
can
are in the
relate to
same
us very
boat as
easily.
you. We don't have a lot of streams to escape into nowadays. Like we always used to have the MCU. Like everybody was listening to the stream. We used to have the
Hmm.
MCU. There was a time when the MCU and the DCU were competing. It was so much of
Hmm.
masala, so much of goss. You could always escape into those worlds. And now,
Sometimes I think DCU being dead like it is right now is actually a good part for them because they are not receiving anything negative about them right now by not existing.
hmm,
And
Yeah.
when this fatigue is over and they might come with some good movies, they might
Mm.
receive just good ratings all over. But I think this is one thing I was talking about to one of my friends. Marvel is redoing its strategy right now. They are rewriting a lot of stories. They are canceling a lot of projects and redoing them. So they're in the process of revamping a lot of stuff. So this might be a time of transition where you might receive a lot of mediocre stuff that was produced before, and people will not pay attention to it. Like DCU is also not promoting any of their movies. Aquaman 2 is like
Mm.
non-existent for
No,
them. So
the reason they can't promote also is because none of the actors can go and talk right now, right? Because of the
yeah,
strike.
yeah. So that's what the starting point was. Like this is not a usual scenario where movies are not good, and that's why people are not liking. The usual marketing stunt is not working. People, the actors can't promote the movie right now, and
Yeah.
not everybody watches the trailers and goes after that. So all the TV promos, all the even I haven't watched all the TV promos for the Marvels. To be very honest,
Yeah.
I am going to watch the movie in the theater, but let's just
Yeah,
see
if
what
I
happens
wanted,
with the movie.
if I wanted to watch a bunch of cats, I would just go to my ground floor and go to my colony and take a walk, right? I mean, I mean, cats are cool, but
Yeah,
but the thing is, movies shouldn't feel like homework. Any piece of art shouldn't feel like homework. If there is something,
mm,
okay, maybe even if you watch, okay, I'm bringing Scorsese into it, but I'll just say this, you know,
why not?
I know, because any movie, any Scorsese movie or any film, even if you watch Civil War without any connection, there is enough setup for you to know why these people are against each other. You know,
Yeah,
it shouldn't feel like homework. And even if you don't get the references, you shouldn't be like, "Oh my God, this was a bad movie." It should be a good movie. Even if you watch Guardians of the Galaxy 3, maybe you wouldn't have the same impact if you didn't watch the other two, but you
mm,
can't deny the fact that it's not a good story because there are
yeah,
self-contained.
I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy has been like that from the start. Like all three of their movies had no effect on the overall MCU at all.
yeah.
um yeah, they did.
More or
They
less, more
actually
or less. We can't say that they didn't have any effect on the narrative itself, but yes, you can say that like they had their
Yeah,
separate own bubble, but they
I
yeah,
think
interacted whenever they wanted.
I think they
yeah,
introduced the first Infinity Stone, right?
Yeah,
For the first
Star
time.
Wars movies.
yeah. But that was like for barely like a moment. Like
Yeah, yeah,
even if they didn't introduce it, it would have no effect because then it would just be like how they introduced the Soul Stone. Like they just went to
right.
that planet and found it.
Yeah, it's a MacGuffin, right? It's an object characters change.
Yeah,
It's an object characters chase while building bonds, while achieving their arcs. You know,
Yeah.
uh, Tanmay says
one of
DCU.
the hmm, yeah, go on.
Just one comment. Tanmay says DCU died with Zack Snyder's Justice League and Marvel died after No Way Home. I think it started dying from No Way Home. I think it had its good
It's still
movies.
dying. Yeah. See,
Yeah, I mean
we
it's
can't say
dying
that
us.
Marvel is dead. Like Loki. If you talk about Loki, we have been like drooling over that show every week. Like
Mhm.
every episode is better than the last one. So I can't say that Marvel is totally dead. They are not in their best moment right now. That would I
Mhm.
would say. But yes, DCU died way before Zack Snyder Justice League. That was the nail in the coffin. Even being Snyder fan, I don't want him to come back and do Justice League. Thing can't they go deceased or what if he
Nona is joining in the chat and saying hi.
So, like, obviously, they are not going to bring Zack Snyder back after all the debacle. And deceased is one of those things. I think Rohit and I were talking about it. Like the thing they were doing with, the Spider-Man game. These are some of the things that they can't do in live action. It will not have that kind of effect on us. The animation, the kind of animation, the quality of animation, and the things that they can do, the storylines that they can do in animation, that are not possible in live action right now. And Deceased is one of them. What if in live version will not have that kind of effect on us also, because we'll not have our original actors to play all those characters, because these are small budget shows. These are animated animation budget shows. So there are some things better left in animation, so you can do them more justice. That is what my take on that is. But yeah, what do you say, Nolan and Rohit?
Guys,
I mean,
also like the stream, share it with your friends if you're enjoying the stream, and also subscribe. It really helps the channel out.
Nuna is standing behind the scenes with a gun. Like, tell them to subscribe. uh, yeah. So, like,
Yeah, we were
it
talking about
depends.
animation and
Yeah,
disease. Yeah,
it it depends, because the game didn't have that much like it could be redone in live action. Only thing, the CGI budget would be somewhat on the higher side, but it is quite possible
Hmm.
to do the game story. But like what you were
Hmm.
saying, deceased would be like a difficult thing to pull off, because
Yeah.
everyone literally turns into a zombie, and like it's still, so to recreate that effect like with the
Yeah.
horror and terror, but while maintaining the superheroes and all that thing, it would not be very possible in live action. It would just end up becoming another Walking Dead or a uh, what's
You
the other one, Last
The
of
Last
Us.
of
It
Us.
would,
Yeah.
yeah, it would
So,
just become
if
like
you
that.
take the example of Injustice movie, you
Hmm.
know, that was not a very good movie when it comes to the storyline that it had.
That's because
Even
what
in animation, they could
they
not do justice to it.
see, that's because Injustice is a very, very long story, and
Yeah,
they tried to cram it into 2 hours, which is not
exactly.
possible.
Not
It would have gone into the shortest they could do is 3 movies. That's the shortest
yeah.
they could shorten it to. Like that's what they did
Even
in the
even
games. In the games, they
even
made it two
Deceased is like
games.
that. Even Disease is
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
You have a
exactly.
lot of side stories that you need
Yeah,
to build up to come to the
yeah.
real one.
But
O-
if you see the game is pretty self-contained, like its own movie, so that is possible to make into a movie.
Okay, guys,
Tanmay
let's.
says, "अरे dude, इतना pessimistic कौन होता है? What is left more in comics? What more can be done in comic movies?
Oh, there is so much that
We are
can
not
be done.
there
There's
is
so.
there is a lot of potential. There is a lot of
I.
potential.
I mean, there's a point when it stops becoming about stories and it starts becoming about a machine, right? It
Yeah,
it stops becoming about Kevin and it starts becoming about Kevin. You understand the difference? So so Injustice was pure shit. I can't believe they killed Flash like a kiddo. Yeah,
hmm.
I enjoy my share of bad stuff. I really love watching cringe, after a point. So I thought of Flash's death as funny, but I do recognize it was really bad. Um,
Hmm.
moving on to the next point. CAA parted ways with Jonathan Majors pre-arrest for his brutal conduct towards staff. Now,
Hmm.
Jonathan Majors के बारे में क्या ही कहें? Him with his uppercuts.
Dude, I was right all along. The new MCU big bad is going to be Doctor Doom only in the end.
You are Agatha now. You were right on.
They don't need to bring in Doctor Doom. I feel just recast Kang. Just do what they did with Rhodey and be like, yeah, his
Yeah.
face changed. So,
See, if he can have that much power of staying alive for million of years, why can't he change his face? It would be purely acceptable to everybody.
guys,
Hmm.
the guy who
Bring in
played the
Denzel
high,
Washington. We will love him.
the guy who
Uh,
played High Evolutionary, I would
yeah.
Hmm.
just tell that he was a Kang variant. Okay,
Yeah.
Oh
and
yeah,
bring
he
him
was
in.
wearing purple too.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
bring him in. And bring him in. I mean, you have your solutions right in front of you, and he's such a good actor. We have seen him do really well. Like you hated him, okay, in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. You loved him in Peacemaker, okay.
Hmm.
So I mean, what's stopping Marvel to get him as the big bad? Just recast Kang. It's where is Loki episode 4 and 5 discussions? See, there are just 3 people here. We can do one topic at a time. We will get to it. We will get
We
to
will
it.
get to it. Yeah.
Uh,
There was a time where Marvel was synonymous to all the things we love. MCU, it would generate an image of Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor in our minds. That
Hmm.
is where people used to love and care for these characters. I think there was a comment where he was like, people are not caring for superhero movies at all. And one of the factors, currently Marvel and Disney, all these are studios, big studios are synonymous with, not paying people enough, all the SAG after strikes, all the actor strikes and everything, and that is why that always has a huge connect to people. If somebody is not getting paid for their job, correctly, so, and that is doing a lot of damage also, because people are not able to promote their movies. People are always saying negative stuff towards this, studios, and all this hate is going on. So at this point of time, these studios are not synonymous with good memories of these characters that we love. So
Exactly.
that is also a very big reason for these things not going in their favor.
And the current state of the MCU is testament to the fact that producers can maybe chart a course ahead so that
Hmm.
hype increases, but a producer can't tell a good story.
Hmm.
They can root for the stories, yes. That's why you have writers, that's why you have directors, that's why you have people with a creative vision. You know, all producers can do is offer more money, get the old cast back, and ask writers to incorporate them.
Yeah.
So you
Talking
have,
about the getting the old cast back, like they want to do that and all, but Robert Downey Jr. already said that if he came back, it would cheapen Iron Man's death, and he doesn't want to
Exactly.
do it and all.
yeah,
Exactly.
don't you know he's gonna do the Oppenheimer sequel?
What?
I'm just kidding.
That was a joke. That was a joke.
He's gonna do the do. He's gonna do Doolittle 2, a cinematic masterpiece.
Do a little more.
So,
So
I mean,
yeah, that is what we and me and Rohit were talking about right now. Like, this is, monetizing people on basis of their nostalgia is not putting any kind of confidence in your ability of storytelling in the future also. Like, this will cheapen the effect of the statement that you have made, that you are going for quality stuff, you're not going for quantity now, that you are rewriting
Hmm.
your own stories, you are stopping pre-production, and scrapping old projects and doing them again. And on the other side, you have Loki also, which is a fabulous show. And then on the alternative side, you say, no, we are bringing Iron Man back because we don't have the popularity like he used to. So
I mean,
I,
Loki is
I
a
don't think
very
that will instantly come.
Loki is a very gutsy show in the how it's made because it incorporates everything good about science fiction from
Yeah.
all spheres of science fiction and clubs it into one consumable package for the
Hmm.
for a person who likes the MCU. Then you have a character like Loki who's been there since the beginning. He's been there since Thor. Okay, and now you're evolving him constantly, and season 2 is smaller in scale than season 1, at least compared to the story they are saying. Yes, there is a destruction of the world, but season 1 had more spaces they explored. Right now season 2 is just set in the TVA. Okay, and setting
It's
one thing in
focused on
one
just 5 characters, and not
yeah.
just
Yeah.
totally just two
That
characters mainly.
that's what I was wondering also. Like the entire season two, right? Like in season one, at least they went to other planets and all. Like season two, this is like timeline ending stuff, and everything's happening on Earth only. Like every time they keep ending up in a
And
different
it's
location
just
on Earth only.
it's always either a conversation between Loki and Sylvie, or Loki and Mobius. Most of the time, Loki and Mobius. It's
Yeah.
basically a bromance kind of a thing that is going on in this, while the timelines are being destroyed. And that is why we are loving the show, because it is not holding anything back, all the while giving us a proper storyline with proper character development. And still, we
Hmm.
don't know where the characters are going in
And
every episode.
potential spoilers for the last episode of Loki. So if you don't want to hear it, you can just tune out for a while. So there is this arc which is going on, right? Where Loki will most probably become the god of stories, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
From
Yeah.
the
Hmm.
god of mischief. So I think that's how you have to reinterpret your characters. Even if you're bringing Iron Man, right? Bring Iron Lad in. Bring that little kid from Iron Man 3. How
Yeah.
Tony's loss impacted him. There are so many open threads, and you're not playing with it. And that's the most frustrating part of the MCU right now. They are doubling down on a formula. So there is, if you guys have watched Jurassic Park, there is this quote. Okay, you didn't know what you had. You put it in a plastic lunch box, slapped a label on it, and now you're trying to sell it. So without even knowing what you have. And you know, in the face of business, originality always in the in the face of making a quick buck, originality will always be the sacrifice. You won't.
Hmm.
Loki takes place outside the main MCU. It's maybe the fact that it is set outside time itself is its biggest uh, strength, because it's happening off on the side and impacting the main MCU timelines. It
Hmm.
and that's why it tells the most strongest stories. Have
Okay.
you
Can
guys?
we take some comments? And even read this news, maybe Tobey Maguire and Hugh Jackman can lead Avengers Secret War. We'll talk about that. We'll surely talk about that. I'm
We
sure
should talk
Deadpool
about.
3 will revive
We should
people
talk
again.
about it right now. We should
What?
talk about it right now itself.
Okay, 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 okay. Yeah, Deadpool 3, we'll talk about it. We can talk about the Secret Wars movie. Just let me finish the comments. They will all come back, not in a separate movie, but in Secret Wars. Again, same, we can talk about it. What about Marvel movie based on DC versus Marvel? Currently, there is no DC or Marvel in itself at its strength. So we
Uh,
need them to be the strongest so that we can have such kind of a movie.
No, man,
just
I
make a
don't.
Mortal Kombat game.
I don't want a DC versus Marvel movie.
Yeah,
No.
Just make something like Ultimate Alliance or a Mortal Kombat thing, held by
yeah,
another else. That will be more
yeah.
entertaining. See, if you don't have good stories, you might have the highest of concepts, okay? But if you can't tell a human story at the end of the day, it will not hit you. It will not. That's why there was always the attempt. Why? So when Thanos was first shown in the first Avengers movie, he said, "I'm trying to code death," right? Why did they
Hmm.
change him to? Why did they change his motivation for something like population control? Because that's relatable. Many why when you are saying something like Thanos is right, you are effectively justifying genocide because you get that character right.
Yeah.
There's a certain humanness with which you have to even handle a character like Thanos, and that's what's missing right now in Marvel.
Yeah, coming
So,
back to the
Uh,
comment that Rohit wanted to talk about. Yeah,
hi
Nona,
Nona,
please
take over.
welcome back.
so, guys, definitely hit that like button if you enjoy the discussion. I'm sorry I'm not that big of a part because of network issues, but hopefully in other 3 days or a week, it will be all fine, back to normal. But Cardul Graph says, have you guys already discussed the MCU article for variety? Before we jump to anything, there's one thing in that article we got to know was about Mahershala Ali's Blade, and it said that he wanted to exit Blade over script issues. The story at one point reportedly morphed into a narrative led by women and filled with life lessons, and Blade was relegated to the fourth lead. I want to emphasize on this. Then they got the Logan writer Michael Green to restart the script from scratch. Do you think this is what is called as the woke, unnecessary, forced wokeism happening in Hollywood, and that's the a big cause of the downfall of the mouse?
I mean, तुम तो
I
एक
mean,
यूएसपी पे फोकस इन कर रहे हो ना, तुम तो एक कैरेक्टर की कहानी बताना भूल चुके हो. So of course it will cause a downfall. No, it is so obvious. I mean, I mean, here are people who think they know how stories work, and they're not letting people take risks. And the thing is, I am sure this must have come from a producing level. कि नहीं यार ये स्क्रिप्ट तो काम नहीं करेगा. And this thing कि you can't taper down things like Blade, right? Blade is a little misogynistic in the comics. You know, he is. Dude kills vampires, smokes cigarettes, and like he's pretty hardcore. You have to stay true to the character. You can't make him politically correct. Some characters aren't politically correct. They are just that level of screwed up, you know. But
Why
you
did
have to.
we love Peacemaker to that extent? There was this commentary of characters like Peacemaker, and the Peacemaker show in itself. There were a lot of offensive things in that show which could have hurt a lot of people. Like a white supremacist villain, they introduced him in that show. It could have hurt a lot of people's mindsets and all the things in the West. But they went with the show, and we actually loved the show. And him, despite being a hero, but kind of a person he is, so misogynistic and everything wrong with the character, despite being an anti-hero or a hero, whatever he wants to call himself.
Yeah.
And people were brave. The storytellers were brave enough to tell them that you know there is something wrong in this world. Not everybody is going to be perfect with their words. Not everybody is going to be politically correct. And even the people you look up to and the people who save you might not be Boy Scouts every time. If they're saving your life, they'll not think about if they're shooting people in the head or the torso, right? So now, whenever there is a movie coming out, the first thing the media comes out with this, like with the Blade movie, how can you even tell a Blade story? Who is a vampire killer? Is going to be killing people. It's going to be an R-rated movie in itself. How will you cram a lesson about wokeism or feminism in that movie where he's
Like
just
how they
running
did
around?
Killer. How they showed God Killer without showing him killing anyone.
How they showed multiverse of madness without any madness or multiverse. And how are these movies performing? We all know that. So Blade movie is about a guy who is a vampire who has two swords and he runs around at night and kills other vampires. Where in this one line or one sentence can you fit wokeism or feminism in this
I mean,
without disrupting the story?
I mean, you know, the meaning of a feminist text is to give equality. You know, every character, whether irrespective of their gender, their background, their sexuality, anything, they have to earn their place. Did I care about Shuri being Black Panther? Yes, I did care about that because the movie made me care for it. That's the difference, right? You have to earn your way up to a mantle. You do not get it. You're not entitled to something. You have to fight for it. And good characters fight for the things they love. They have good conflict. And sometimes they are screwed up in the beginning, but they
Yeah,
undergo that journey, right? If your characters are already perfect, why did people hate Captain Marvel? It was not because it was a female led film. It was because she was arrogant and she didn't learn anything throughout the film. Why did
yeah.
people love Shuri in Black Panther Wakanda Forever? Because she was so flawed. She expected to see her brother in the afterworld. She saw Killmonger because she was fueled by revenge. And that's when you know a story is willing to take risks. Uh, Tanmay, let's not get into the thing that feminism is wrong. It's right. It's just that most people do not understand the meaning of
Yeah.
feminism. And most corporates, what they do, they
Nine
like to
people
slap.
watching. Can we get at least 9 likes? Thank you.
Hi,
way,
please give us
way,
likes.
way to break the flow.
Uh, the Marvels pre-sale less than Black Adam and the Flash. Black Adam changed the hierarchy of the DC universe. It wiped it completely. Uh,
Saganesya J. I don't know if I'm saying your name correct. I'm sorry if I'm not. Let's see if it was true or not. One of the writers of Blade, before he was let go by Marvel, mentioned on Twitter that his draft of Blade didn't have that, and when he was hired, they didn't force him. So he's talking about the wokeism and feminism that it was not there when he was working on it. Okay, I actually had no idea about that. So these things always change. Agreed. to Loki. He's talking about you, Rohit. Why to
Hi.
make any character politically correct? Politically correct. Biggest example can be taken of Black Adam. They ruined it. There were a lot of things wrong with Black Adam, and not just making him politically correct. There was a whole hell
The
lot of going on behind the scene.
Black Adam was the Rock's fault, man. He's like, I don't want Black Adam to be the villain. Let's make him a hero. Then
Yeah.
he's actually an anti-hero. That was all Rock's doing.
You know, I had fun
By
with
the
Black
way,
Adam. It was a
yeah,
movie so
I
Can
I
bad.
you
liked the
can you
movie. It
see
was not.
can you see the
Yeah,
comments on the main screen?
Yeah,
Can
I
I
can.
I
pin
can.
them?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
then
By the
just
way,
read the
Thor.
once I put it on.
Cool, cool. By the way, Thor: Love and Thunder is free on Hotstar now. I don't know why.
Wait, how does that work? You can actually watch stuff on Hotstar without subscribing?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
The idea of the
Second,
women feminism, the idea of the women feminism is not the problem. If this info is true, the main problem was Blade being the fourth lead in his movie. Exactly. Like the scrapped Daredevil series having Daredevil suit up fourth episode. I wish
yeah,
Marvel I wish Marvel execs had the same amount of common sense as you, Saganasia, then we wouldn't be having this discussion at all. Uh Tanmay, I did not said
I like how it's written women feminism.
I mean
I
he's
mean,
talking
I mean,
about
you have to be
uh,
specific now
yeah. No, yeah,
nowadays.
exactly. You have to say.
feminism fighting for those who can't fight for themselves. It's a wrong thing. Women can fight
Yeah,
for themselves. It's just that the people in power who have mostly been men haven't allowed that, and now it's biting them in the ass because patriarchy has also asked men to not be sensitive, so it's biting us in the ass. So it's a system, we are all fucked. But sorry for
let's not go
demonetization.
into that rabbit hole. Yeah,
Yeah.
Nona doing marketing of his channel much better than the Marvels doing their upcoming movies. True, Nona is a good marketer. We all agree to that.
He
Nona is a
is.
multi-talented person. Animation spook.
Hit that like button, guys. Okay, you
But
guys talked about Doctor Doom and all, right?
no, we
Changing
haven't
Kang to
mentioned
No,
Doctor
it.
no.
Doom and all that.
We
Okay.
touched
We
upon
were
it.
talking about.
See,
Yeah,
see, my I still like Doctor Doom for the big bad because, like, right now, what MCU has done is in every single movie they have tried something new, and it has failed. But they have not course corrected, and they've left all those as loose ends, like the post credit scene in Shang-Chi. Then what they set up. What was the movie after Shang-Chi? About oh,
Doctor
That
Strange.
says it a lot.
Yeah, see, I'm forgetting. So basically, they kept setting up these pocket dimensions and alternate timelines and this and that, and then they've just left it as loose ends. So what they can do is they can like just do one post credit scene at the end of one of these movies and be like, just reveal that this was all Doctor Doom experimenting different ways to carry out his plan, and then
It was Doctor Doom
leaving
all
them.
along.
Yeah, something like that.
Nah.
Like because he is
And
that kind of.
I'll just.
it's
I
oversimplifying.
was saving
It's
this.
so oversimplifying.
I
I
was
mean, what
actually
else are they going to
saving
do, man?
this
They have to close. They
thing.
have to tie up the loose ends.
See, I was saving this point for for our Loki discussion when the show is over, season two. But one thing I've noticed, I just realized that before Phase Four, I never watched New Rockstar or any all these videos talking about the MCU, this and that, because I understood everything from watching the movies. And I
Hmm.
started watching New Rockstar after Phase Four because whatever we see, there's so much loose ends and knowledge you have to gain to understand what's really happening. And I've realized that now Doctor Doom will do that. Like for general audience, general public watching the movie, what does it like? What does it even matter who Doctor Doom is, how he knows things, and all that thing is like out of question for them. So I feel like see that's the biggest problem with Phase Four, that they have
So,
gone into different small narratives and concepts, some comics that only people who watch comics, know comics, know those stories may understand easily, but for people who don't know about these things, it's very hard to follow.
No, but Doctor Doom is a pretty big character. I guess even the general audience will know who Doctor Doom is because he was there in both the Fantastic Fours when they did it, like the original and then in the failed reboot also. So Doctor Doom is a pretty well-known
I don't
name
know, man. I never
compared
saw
to
those
Kang.
films.
Compared to Kang, Doctor Doom is a pretty well-known name.
They
See,
have built up Kang already. They can't just abandon him
I
right away.
mean they built up Kang. I wouldn't say they built him up because they built him up and they knocked him down with Ant Man.
Yeah, see your point, right? They cannot say that Shang-Chi's whole world was just an experiment of Doctor Doom. Shang-Chi's whole
I
extra,
mean,
like whatever world that is.
not the world, the rings, the post credit scene. I'm talking about the post credit scene.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that thing.
let's do an. It was
That
Agatha.
that
It was Agatha all along to justify all the bad storytelling. I mean,
Okay,
I mean,
let's
just,
take some comments.
just recast Kang. Just recast him.
Nona
Yeah.
salesman of the year. Yes. Agreed. Salesman of the decade. Please. Eternals.
Eternals. They
What
are
was the
also they
post
Like,
set
credit
what
up
scene in
happened
Eternal?
about that big
Eternals
alien
was
coming out of
the
Indian Ocean?
Celestials. The
There's a
Celestials.
literal celestial in the fucking in the water. I'm sorry, I might get
ये
his name wrong.
demonetize करा दिया यार.
Demonetized. There wasn't anything mind-blowingly new in the article. It just aggregated all the MCU problems in the last 2, 3 years into.
I don't think they
Okay,
even talked about VFX.
we were casual people regularly watching new rock stars and all of that before 2019. Regular people don't watch new rock stars and emergency awesome any of that. They just watch the movie and come back home. And I
See,
don't think they
I
talk about
if you
the
consider
movies.
me regular, I have not read the comics.
You are not
I've
regular.
only
You
witnessed
are not
movies, and
regular.
that's how I've become a fan.
Yeah.
But I see. I'll just tell you one thing. I showed my father the whole phase three till phase three. I showed him Loki season one, and then I cannot show him other films because it's so like I cannot show him Loki season two because I'm only confused. The person who has seen movies like Predestination and Tenet and all of those stuff, I'm so used to such film, concepts. I am finding it confusing. What will I show him and make him understand? So I'm unable to show him anything phase three. I have showed him just No Way Home, or I tried to show him Thor: Love and Thunder for 30 minutes. He said no.
I don't blame him.
I asked my dad about Dr. Doom. He asked, is he an orthopedic surgeon? Nice, nice one. I think Rohit will appreciate this joke.
I did. I did.
Yeah. They
मैंने
will
दुआ
try to
मांगी
connect
थी अपने लिए.
they will try to connect Shang-Chi rings and Miss Marvel's bangles. Maybe not in the Marvels, but later on. Yeah, this is one of the things that I've
I
been hearing, that Marvel, Shang-Chi's rings and Miss Marvel's bangles, they are all Kree technology and they are interrelated.
बोल
I
चोरिया.
actually was watching New Rockstar, coming back to New Rockstar. I saw the interview of Eric Voss with this Imam Milani, and they had the
Hmm.
whole interview, and she actually said that a lot of things will be explained in the Marvels about the bangle. But that was like
See, one
when
and a
Miss
half
Marvel
hour.
was out. Maybe
If,
it will be changed.
if,
The
if
no
they go to,
script is
they,
changed.
wait, if they go to explain everything in the movie, there won't be time for the movie because of how short the time frame is of the movie.
They're also going to introduce a lot of incursions and other timelines also. In one of their promos, they talk about the other timelines getting into incursion or
I
something
mean,
like that.
if they don't use a musical number like Bol Chodiya, it's a wasted opportunity. You should. Go. I don't know. You can go crazy with it. I meant it ironically in the beginning, and then it became serious. So I don't know.
That big alien in Eternals was supposed to come back on Thunderbolts. I heard it somewhere. Which big
Just get
alien?
it done within
What?
one movie, right?
I mean,
That
Which
but
big
big
alien.
alien?
everyone has just forgotten about it. No one even
Yeah,
mentions
that
it.
celestial. That
Yeah,
celestial.
mentions it.
No,
I
It's
think
no,
that's
celestial.
what
not
Marvel
the.
wants.
Okay, okay. So they are talking about the celestials, celestial that
Or
is dead
deviants.
in the ocean. No, no, celestial
Yeah.
that is dead in the water. So the
Yeah, sticking
Thunderbirds
out
movie
of the
was
Sorry, what
supposed
ocean.
to
was
be
his
based on
name?
that.
It had a
What?
name, right?
No, no, no. That
The
celestial was
Celestial.
being born. The one that was
Yeah,
being born
No, he
didn't
had
have
a
a name.
name.
No,
It
no,
had
no.
a name.
The one who
Erisham the
came to
judge was the other one.
the one who came to take them.
Yeah,
The one
he
that
was
was
Erisham
sticking
the
out,
judge.
dude. The one that was sticking out of the earth wasn't even born yet. He was being born at that moment, and
Dude,
they were
they
talking.
had, I'm telling you, it had a name. Wikipedia,
No,
do whatever
I
thing,
don't
do that.
remember.
It had a
Even
name.
if even if we had, I
Rohit.
don't remember that. I
I
don't
don't
even
think
remember the name of
it.
all the Eternals, dude. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I
Bro,
thought he will enjoy it. Because
I
he
guess
loves the Dark Knight series. He loves the actor. He also saw him in Ford versus Ferrari. So I thought he'll enjoy his performance, but we never reached there.
who,
My
I
father.
just liked this, in Eternals. There was this speedster called Makari, and how they
Hmm. Yeah,
showed her powers.
yeah,
That was
Yeah.
really cool.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
people,
Tiamat,
Tiamat, yeah, Tiamat. Yeah,
Tiamat.
good
I
Nolan, good
told, right,
catch.
he had a name. See?
हाँ भाई
Okay.
कुत्ते का नाम लगता है
Virus Spy
Tiamat.
Universe, guys. It's not in
Yeah,
Shambles,
that
man.
is
It's
the
great.
universe we should be
Today,
talking about.
That is not in
today
Shambles.
the news came out. Ritik is also in the movie. He has a cameo.
Hell
I don't know
yeah,
why they will reveal that. Like, I would have enjoyed the surprise in the theaters, but anyways.
hell
I mean,
yeah.
that's how people come to watch it, right? More
First
people.
day, first show.
Nolan, I'm taking you for that movie.
I watched all the
I'm
previous
sure.
movies. Only Tiger 2 I have not watched. Everything else I watched.
Yeah, Tiger 2, even I
Okay, you
watched.
watched that also,
Which one?
and we'll watch it on 12th. First day, first show, huh?
Uh,
Full audience.
Wait,
It's a
dude,
Sunday.
12th and so we're going to go for two movies in that weekend. Marvels is also
Dude,
there,
it's
no?
coming on 10th. Marvel is coming on 10th.
And you're saying,
20th
yeah,
is Sunday, no? Marvel is coming on 10th, Friday.
yeah. So Saturday, Sunday.
Tiger 3 is coming on Sunday, no? We'll watch on Friday, no? Marvels.
I think it's dropping in
Okay.
Diwali, right?
Oh, you'll have job. Oh. Yeah, Diwali.
We have jobs.
Oh, we
We
didn't
have
take
to pay for
this.
our own tickets.
Not in Thunderbolts, but in Captain America New World Order. The celestial name was Tamat. Okay. What? Arisha?
So they are talking
Arisham,
about Tiamat, that he was going to be
Arisham
addressed
was the guy.
in that movie.
Avisham was the guy who came to Earth and was like, Lamau, you're screwed. You're so screwed. So
So yeah, they were talking about first addressing the issue of a celestial being born out of the Indian Ocean in first the Thunderbirds movie, but then they scrapped the idea and said that they will be addressing that U.S. government is trying to get adamantium out of him in the Captain America movie, the Brave New World.
Oh, damn. Is that how they're going to explain how they get adamantium now?
There was a theory about it, but everything is being rewritten, so I have no idea what's going on.
bro, like वो बॉम्बे से थोड़ा दूर होता ना ऑफ कोस्ट वहां पे 2 BHK बिकते रेंट पे जाते
I have
Uh,
no
The
idea about this
director
controversy.
of the
Is
Marvels
this the one she
controversy.
left for the making other film?
Yeah,
yeah, but directors
yeah.
do sign
That
up
the
new
one?
projects.
I
It
Directors
do
is
do.
not
I
that one of
do, like, someone mentioned that, they are using her as a scapegoat. There was a comment like that I read, but I don't know, man. All this can be rumor also, so let's not go that deep. And I heard that they are dropping Thunderbolts. Yeah, at this point, I'm sure there's no. They may even cancel Avengers, Kang Dynasty, and Secret Wars, or cancel Kang Dynasty and directly a Secret Wars, and reboot the
hmm.
entire thing. So anything can happen. All the announced stuff, don't be sure about it. They even cancelled a show they were making halfway. मेन इश्यू इस चैनल के लिए कंटेंट कहाँ से निकाले यार
भाई
if new
भाई
rockstar can make
Tanmay
50
has life
videos
hacks.
on one episode.
give us
भाई
sponsors. We'll
Guys,
make
come
a
on, hit that
lot of.
like button, prove Tanmay wrong.
I think
Time
his
is the
videos are
issue,
now based
guys.
on the number of
As someone
sponsors.
had mentioned,
What?
Shrikesh had mentioned, where is One Piece?
New Rockstars.
Tomorrow, episode 6.
Batman.
Billy Butcher and Homelander
No, we
was
posted
introduced in
six,
the
right?
latest episode.
No, we posted 5. I wouldn't say introduced, I would say cameo, right? That was a weird end for Gen V. I don't know if any of y'all watched it.
I
I
have
haven't
not watched
watched it.
Gen V.
The ending was super weird.
Is Gen
Like
V worth
Homeland.
watching?
Yeah, dude, it's very good.
Has anybody watched the
I am
first
hearing
episode of
good
it?
stuff about it.
I watched the full season.
No,
Hey,
no,
spoilers.
he's talking about Invincible.
It's wait, what?
Invincible we'll watch next week.
Yeah, Invincible next
Invincibles.
week. Yeah.
I haven't watched Invincible yet.
Okay, I have to come to one more thing in that article about Marvel reportedly looking at bringing back the original Avengers cast with Iron Man and Black Widow being revived. They haven't
You are too late.
committed to this idea yet.
It doesn't matter. I'm not going to believe that at all because I know in an interview with Joe Rogan, Robert Downey Jr. said that he does not want to come back as Iron Man. He said he
भाई
will not.
पैसा
Hugh
बोलता
Jackman
है.
also said that he'll not be coming back. But he
हाँ भाई
is.
पैसा बोलता है भाई पैसा. भाई
But
टोनी
when he
स्टार
gets
की
$50 million transferred into his account, he will be coming.
But Disney has to have that much money, no? Disney is
Disney has a hell
crashing
lot of
right now.
money.
No,
Dude,
Disney
they
is
have
losing money right now. They fired Rachel Zegler because they have no more money to support the comments that she's putting out there. They are losing so much money, dude. Disney might go bankrupt before WB. At the rate at which they're
dude.
losing money.
I
guys
Disney is
guys did
too
you,
big to go broke.
guys did you
No
hear
man.
Geo is there are rumors that Geo is gonna buy Disney.
Yeah,
See?
not Disney, Hotstar.
Oh yeah,
Not
if
Disney,
Geo
dude. They
buys
cannot buy Disney.
That's
Disney is
another
like
thing. Disney is
Disney
getting
10
rid
Plus.
of
times of.
Yeah.
Disney is getting rid of their streaming service also
They
Hotstar or
want
something
to
because of
end
that
their
only.
this. Arey yaar, wait. Disney Plus, Disney, whatever. They want to end their India thing. So they are selling their Indian property, Hotstar and Star Network and everything to Geo. So basically, we may get Disney Plus shows on Geo then, and all the
Geo cinema.
Hotstar stuff will be under Geo then.
so it'll be like Geo Hotstar something like that.
I feel like the
Something like
brand of Hotstar is bigger than Geo Cinema, so they should actually keep it separate. Press X to heal. Guys, hit like button to heal Marvel.
Our Disney has applied for loan with HDFC to get RDJ for the next Avengers movie.
Manoj is here. Manoj, please.
Manoj, join the stream, Manoj.
Why are you not joining the stream, Manoj?
I know
Public
why he
wants to know.
wrote HDFC. I know the behind the scenes why he wrote HDFC particularly.
Yeah, I'm like, what's the Prem Kahani with HDFC? We never know, right?
Yeah, tell
And
us,
I'll
tell
tell
us
you off stream. I'll tell you off stream.
why off stream?
Manoj,
Come
can I?
on,
Why
everyone
off?
wants.
Manoj, my man came. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, weird flex, but okay.
Wait, more. There's more. See the next
Manoj,
point.
Aja, Aja, this is way too weird for me to read out loud, but okay.
Okay, we are crossing into TVMA territory now. रात 11 बजे के बाद रात 12 बजे के बाद सारा गंदा चीजें चालू हो जाता है स्ट्रीम पे. आजा मेरे
Okay,
राजा.
so we are almost done with the variety article. Anything else you guys want to talk about in the chat? Guys, let us know. Very active chat. Huh? Thank you guys liking this.
We are missing a very important viewer today, though.
You had to say it, right? Yeah, guys, we're just waiting for Shelly to come, give some membership, send a super chat, and then we can end the stream.
See, I didn't say anything. You directly said it.
Dude, why is
I
Hulu
just
9 billion worth, man? Who's watching Hulu? What, like,
And
I don't get
not
this Hulu.
all of Hulu, universal portion of Hulu at 9 billion.
Disney already had a percentage, right? So I think they are trying to buy the remaining.
So they get the rights to
But
Hulk.
So Echo is
Oh, I
coming. They
forgot.
got back the rights to Hulk already.
Remember,
what?
They got
remember.
back the
Uh, Hulk, Hulk ending in this She-Hulk. He has a son now. Oh my God,
Yeah,
they just
yeah.
dropped it like
Uh,
that. I just remember it.
Dude, that
Oh,
was
dude.
Echo
bad.
trailer. Your opinion on Echo trailer?
We have not seen it, guys. We'll be reacting to it after the show is out. We'll react to the
Yeah.
trailer.
I have
Very,
a
very late.
I had a very controversial view to the trailer. Like everyone else on the group was like, "Yeah, awesome trailer, awesome trailer." I got through half of the trailer, got so bored, and I stopped watching it.
Did it have to do with the trailer
Next,
It
or the
was
fact
just the
that you
tone.
we are
It
all
it
through
it
with Marvel right now?
it was just the tone, man. Like it felt less of like a Marvel show and more like a regular mafia type TV show.
That is why I liked the trailer to be
did
very
you
honest.
guys read that? It's gonna be under
What
Marvel Spotlight banner. The Echo
What the
show and
hell
what
is that?
another
What?
smaller
what is
and
a spotlight banner?
so
भाई तुम्हारी मेन पिक्चर है काम नहीं कर रही है
Marvel.
तुमको स्पॉटलाइट करनी है.
So it will not be Marvel Studios present, it will be Marvel Spotlight presents. So Spotlight is basically they'll be making movies or shows on smaller characters, ground level characters, and that will all come under the Marvel Spotlight banner.
और
When was
चुपचाप
this
It was
announced?
out on Twitter and all.
So all I know is all the episodes are coming at once, and it is going to be streaming on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Thank God. Thank God, not one episode per week.
On Jan 10th.
मार्वल स्पॉटलाइट इक्वल्स डीसी ब्लैक. यस, ब्लैक लेबल. मुझे वही लग रहा था, वही सोच रहा
Donkey
था.
is encroaching
I'm
US.
very
That's good.
I'm very excited for Donkey actually.
What is Junkie?
It's Raju Irani's next film with Shah Rukh Khan, Taapsee,
Oh,
Vicky Kaushal. Now
That was
that's my
surprising. I
event.
didn't expect Vicky Kaushal.
Yeah, I saw your reaction.
Honestly, dude, that all five of them walking, it is like an
Yeah,
Avengers shot.
I saw your reaction, Nona.
Oh yeah,
I did see your reaction.
Marvel Spotlight, DC Black. Arey, thank you, boss. Guys, follow my other channel also, Nona Prince. And Nona Prince reacts.
Yes, yeah, plug in. It's actually
उधर
very
plug in
fun.
नहीं होता.
Smooth, smooth.
His
Smooth,
reaction
Nona,
channel is
smooth.
actually very fun. I'm not trying to plug him in, but I do watch his reactions when I'm having lunch. It's a little weird. I'm watching Nona while I'm having lunch.
It is a bit weird. Yes.
But it's fun. It's
Glad
fun.
See,
glad
it's
you are
not
aware of it.
weird. I'm happy you're only watching while eating, not by anything else.
oh, for
Okay,
that,
I think we are done for the day.
Manoj
Great
is there for
We'll
news.
that. Manoj is there for that. Manoj watches like that.
It will be like Werewolf by Night.
Like what?
Werewolf by Night I really liked actually. Werewolf by Night was something different. I really liked Werewolf by
I don't
Night.
know why they did that in color now. Halloween special in color.
कंटेंट नहीं है भाई, कुछ तो निकालना पड़ेगा ना हैलोवीन पे.
So stupid.
Manoj must be in trauma right now. Who is trauma and why is
For
Manoj
what?
in it?
In her.
Manoj, defend yourself.
Should we?
साहिल ने कुछ भेजा
I
ग्रुप
would.
पे.
Manoj said his HDFC nonsense and left. We still don't know why.
Oh, he's
Why
back. He's back.
HDFC?
Manoj will join us after the stream is over. Facts.
That's okay, Rohit. Me and Tanmay watch each other while having lunch. Oh my god. Oh my god.
These
Very, very,
these
very.
Snyder fans. What can I
Oh,
say?
bhai. Oh, bhai.
This what?
These Snyder fans, I don't trust them. Hey, talking about Snyder,
Just imagine. I
guys.
just,
Huh?
I just imagined Manoj and Tanmay just sitting across a table,
Eating
I
lunch.
just and cutting crews. I just died in your arms is playing, and they're looking into each other's eyes, eating a bowl of cereal. You know,
What if they're eating something else?
ah, team, team.
Okay,
This
guys, we
video
are
is going to be
getting
strike down
in the wrong direction
very.
here.
Guys, if you don't like this video,
Varun,
Manoj
get
will be
this.
under your beds tonight.
That's like Manoj is joining when the lights are out.
Oh yeah,
Snyder reminded me Rebel Moon. They've already announced a game on it. They already announced the animated series on it, and three more
really announced.
spin-offs. And it's already two-part movie, and they've already announced it. There'll be extended version director's cut. I'm like, again, just put out the movie first. Let us see what it is. If it's
Dude,
good, then only do all this stuff.
this is Snyder getting ahead of himself again. Even when Justice League came out, he said no, like I want to make three. My plan for the DCU is three Justice League movies and blah 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 blah. Nothing happened only.
Manoj is back.
Snyder gets more excited than the fans.
We may not have MCU
Yeah,
content,
that's
but we
true.
definitely have some Manoj lore on the channel. Follow for more Manoj lore.
DW, anyone
Oh
spotted?
yeah,
Uh,
that actress is MCU actress is in Tiger 3.
Who's Asa Akira? What did she play?
I think I don't know, man. It's like she's been in Marvel, so that's what I know.
Who is Marvel and why is she in it? I'm so sorry.
भाई स्नैडर
It's
को
not
कुछ मत
funny
बोलना
anymore.
बाप जैसा है वो.
It's not funny anymore.
Press the bell of Manoj.
oh my God! I
And
just
I am
googled it.
leaving. I'm just leaving
I,
now.
I just
Good night.
googled her name. I just googled her name, and Google was like, "Safe search has been turned on." I'm like, "What? What? What is there in that safe search?"
Incognito mode.
guys, I don't think Shelly is coming, so let's end the stream. We are becoming too
Press
shameless
the
now.
Manoj
bell of
might.
Manoj.
Manoj
Press
might.
the bell of
Any
Manoj.
thoughts for Loki finale?
कुछ नहीं भाई. I can't predict that show. I'm
अरे
so.
एक बार आने दो उसको. Let's
Loki
just
finale.
see the show first, and then talk about.
Today Tanmay called me Loki, and that was like the highlight of my
I
day.
really like the episode 5.
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing.
Episode
Italians
It
are
five
was
kind
really
turning in
good.
the
episode five kind of gave me like an anime vibe where like he started off like not knowing what this is, thinking that it was like a problem and all, and then towards the end like he discovered like, oh, this is a power I can use, and then like he started
It
controlling
actually
it,
gave me
like
Death Note vibes.
gave like a underdog vibe, like anime vibes. It was like so
And
Ital-
that's
cool.
the only anime you have seen.
Italians are turning in their graves
What?
because the spaghetti recipe has been ruined. Mamma mia!
Dude,
Spaghetti!
but
Well,
but I didn't think after the snap they'll bring something else which is say as haunting as that.
Oh, dude, you messed with my expectations so much when you mentioned the snap before I watched episode 5. I actually thought no, they were going to end up during this while the snap was happening. Loki would appear over there somewhere
Oh
over
no,
there. I was
man.
like waiting for that scene. You ruined my expectations for that episode.
I literally
He said,
said
But
I didn't know. I literally said I don't know how
you
they can
said
up the snap.
no. You didn't say up. You said how they can use the
Up the
snap like
snap.
that.
You can read it.
I re- I read it as use.
No, check it, check it, check
Nona,
it.
Nona has proof. Nona has proof against you, Batman. Batman loses in this episode.
For me, for me, the GIF Harneet sent right for the
hmm.
episode.
Uh,
That was my expression.
Guys, Attack on Titan आ रहा है. Guys, Attack on
Okay,
Titan आ रहा है.
Echo being अरे कब से आ रहा है भाई वो?
नहीं,
वो
आज
4 साल
फिनाले
से
आ
आ
रहा
रहा
है।
है भाई, इतनी बड़ी
आज
डिलीवरी
फिनाले
होती है
आ रहा
किसी
है।
की?
दिस इज द लास्ट एपिसोड, नो ना? नाउ यू कैन फाइनली वॉच सीजन 4।
Part 2 of 5 of 1F7, right?
नो नो, दिस इज द फाइनल वन। लाइक इस पे कहानी
Echo
खत्म
being
होगी।
rated TV MA makes me curious. Headshots on screen, blood splatter. Never thought I would see in Disney Plus show.
What is TVMA?
Yeah, I don't know.
और
These
It's
things
a
don't
rating,
rating.
really
It's a rating.
एडल्ट
adult,
रेटिंग
like
भाई।
R-rated.
एडल्ट।
These
अमेरिकन
ratings are
एडल्ट।
going getting these ratings are getting out of hand, man. Like all new ones they're coming up with. What happened to the regular
For
PG PG?
TV, that is for movies.
Oh,
इट्स कॉल्ड टीवी माँ।
PG-13, R-rated. TV Ma
इट्स
is
कॉल्ड
not Ma.
इट्स कॉल्ड टीवी माँ। ओके,
TVMA.
समथिंग यू कैन वॉच विद योर मदर।
Which basically means
if someone reads it like that, no, gone.
ओ जीसस।
Some dog.
oh
संभोग।
my god. Stambog is the S word. That TV Ma was funny, man.
Interesting, interesting theory actually. Might happen. Who knows?
That's the theory New Grosta has been making.
Is it new rock stars?
Like
More like
we will see. So because Jonathan Major is signed up for 3 episodes for this season, we only saw in 2 episodes. So he has to
Hmm.
show up in the finale. So people are saying we'll see new like New Rockstar and all. We'll see this guy who he remains again, and things will change. Like look, we will
You
go
know, they
so
are.
back in time.
This is way too convoluted right now because of the way they explain time travel, how it works. If you go back in time and change things, it doesn't change anything. It just create a separate timeline. So if Loki goes back in time and changes his decision, so how is it changing anything?
Yeah,
Why is it
yeah,
not
but
creating another timeline?
it's but the TVA is a closed loop, right? So what if Loki goes back in time and he gives He Who Remains the idea to become He Who Remains? What if
We'll
like
have to
Yeah, so
Loki is
it's
see
the
like a
in
cause
the
of
closed
whole
loop.
everything?
season two.
Yeah,
No, but people are saying
because
no, like no, this guy's Kyuhu Kwan's character's place, right, when he goes to meet him in his world, is the same
yeah, it is the
shape
workship.
as his office
Same
Yeah,
in
as the
TVA.
workshop. Yes.
So
yeah, yeah.
basically, he
That's
only
the
create
whole.
like Kyuhu Kwan's character only created TVA, like because
They're
all the
saying
equipment
Loki
in
is the one
I
who
TVA is of
created
that
it.
era only.
I had the same thought, I had this exact same thought. I'm like, what if this guy only accidentally created the TVA and then Kang took it over?
Yeah, that's the story.
TV Ma.
Yeah.
We're gonna call it TV Ma from now on because it's so funny. So
You know
Loki
what
and
I think? I think Loki has now time slipped back to just before that Timely guy
Victor
walked out and
Timely.
died, right? Yeah, Victor Timely walked out and died. So what if Loki said also just before he went, it's not about why, what, or when, it's about who. So what if Loki can actually walk out there without disintegrating because of his new powers
Loki
onto the
ki
platform?
spaghetti. Loki ki
But then
spaghetti.
the finale will end within 5 minutes, right? They said
No,
it's like a
probably.
15-minute long episode.
Is it?
Yeah, but
So I think there's more. There's more to it. If we
Let's
can
see.
travel in time, we'll
See,
travel more back. No, when
Renslayer is going to come back. Miss Minutes will have to show up somehow in the episode. So there are a lot of
yeah.
loose ends
Dude,
Yeah,
that
there are
are
a
going
lot
to
of
be.
other things to do other than fixing the loom. So they'll
Yes.
can,
probably fix the loom at the start and then do something else.
guys, can we talk about that moment in episode 5 where Miss Minutes disappears and she says, "You will never be him"? Jesus Christ, that was one of the scariest stuff I've seen
4
from the MCU. Was it
episode
episode
4.
4?
Yeah, that was
Episode
good.
4,
Yeah.
yes.
That was damn
But yeah,
interesting.
but dude, the scary one was when she comes running towards Victor Timeline, he has to close it.
What?
Arey yaar, Miss Minutes is so very
That was
creepy.
creepy more than scary.
Miss Minutes is giving a very Ultron Skynet vibe.
Miss Minutes is like cute Skynet.
Yeah.
She'll go kawaii on you and kill your entire family.
Do you think Renslayer is the female Kang?
No, no, no. She's
No,
Kang's love interest in the comics also.
If Loki can love Loki, why can't
Yeah, just
Kang
like
love?
Loki and Sylvie, no?
Why can't we why are we discriminating about like being so narcissistic that you end up screwing yourself? Like, is it wrong?
Maybe
If
that is
Homelander
poetic, huh? This is
if
poetic
Homelander
comment.
can do it, if Homelander can do it, why can't my OG Renslayer? What is this discrimination?
On that note, guys, we'll take a bye bye from you guys.
Bye,
We'll see
guys.
you next when.
like that.
Oh, I'm out. When are we meeting them again, guys? For the Loki finale next week.
Yes. Bye, guys. Have
Are we?
fun. We should. We should. Ideally, we should.
But next week is the Marvels also, right?
We can do a. We are going to discuss Loki more than we discuss Marvels, right?
Yeah, so let's do that.
Yeah.
All right, guys. See ya. Bye bye. Good night. No more
Bye.
adult
Good
stuff
night.
here. Hit that like button, share, comment, and we'll see you soon.
The nation doesn't want to know